All right, we found a video on TikTok about a guy trying to explain a firmament and what he believes, kind of using logic and some information that's out there. If he's wrong, let me know in the comments below. If you know anything about this, let me know in the comments below. We also made a video about the Anunnaki, if I said that right, and I'll leave that in a card above at the end or a suggested video. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this and check out this video.
I'm not a flat earther or a globe earther.
All right, here we
If you
go.
force me to pick one, I'd pick flat earth for the following reasons. For one, we might have a credible scientific explanation for the firmament. And if you click on this comment and watch the original video, you'll see what I mean.
All right, I kind of tried to watch that video.
The ozone layer is comprised of O3. O3 freezes into a solid at 420 degrees below Fahrenheit.
420.
Outer space, and flat earthers don't give me a hard time about that term. It's outer space. It's space out there. It's the best term we have. The temperature of outer space is negative 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so it's freezing, right?
Than the freezing point of oxygen. Therefore, it's highly possible that that oxygen is freezing up there into a glass-like substance. When oxygen freezes, it turns a light blue. Now, if oxygen is freezing at the top layer that touches space, right below that, it would be liquid.
Is that true? If you know in the comments below, let me know. Does oxygen turn light blue when it freezes? I couldn't tell you. I'm going to have to look that up after this.
Liquid oxygen, which would, of course, explain the waters above. So how would solid and liquid oxygen stay all the way up there? Well, as soon as it got warm, it turned into a gas, and then it just flowed up there. And then it get cold again and turn into water and ice. Here's where it gets really interesting. A lot of people will tell you that the rainbow...
Yo, so he's saying that it starts to fall and heats up and turns into a gas and rises back up and then freezes and starts to cycle all over again pretty much.
Is shaped like a bow because each individual water drop is circular. That's an absolute BS lie. The water provides
it's a prism, right?
The rainbow is always there. We just can't see it all the time. When the rainfall happens, then we see the rainbow. So the rainbow is always a bow. And why? Because the light that is emitted from the prism reflects the shape of the prism. Because we live under a convex dome prism. Now, if you subscribe to the idea that the ice wall is all around the outside edges of the Earth,
I'm trying to keep my mind open to this stuff.
Explain it connecting to the frozen firmament. When we get to the edge, we get to the coldest place, out in outer space. And why is it so cold? Well, people need to understand what energy, temperature, and time actually is. There's lots of people saying that you can't have
energy, temperature, and time.
Matter. That's absolutely untrue. You just can't measure it without matter. But mark my words, if you stuck your hand outside into space, it would freeze. So why does
Hollywood got something right?
Because there's nothing energetic happening out there. Therefore, all the energy from your hand would leave and go out into space to try to equalize. Equilibrium. Because nature, matter, tends to try to find equilibrium.
Homeostasis.
In energy, in states of matter, etc., etc. Heat is directly correlated to energy. When something is energized, it heats up, right? So when you heat up a molecule, everything gets faster in there and it starts vibrating, right? That's
I mean, does it make sense? It kind of makes sense. Is it true? Who knows?
The more temperature it has, the more heat it has. So if you go out where there's no energy in outer space, which is very limited because all we're getting is the radiating energy from the sun, no convection, no conduction, matter is going to get frozen into its solid state very quickly, no matter what the matter is. All matter freezes into a solid state at 0 degrees Kelvin. Outer space is 5 degrees Kelvin. You only need 5 more degrees to be at absolute zero. And what happens at absolute zero? Time stops. Literally. Time doesn't exist. Because what is time? Well, time is a construct created by human beings. And we use measurement devices to measure time. Those measurement devices need to be energized. Whether it's hands on a clock or the rotation of electrons on a cesium atom. That requires energy to keep it into a cyclic state. It requires that energy. If there's no energy, if there's no temperature, then time doesn't pass. Interestingly enough, heaven is thought to be a timeless place.
I don't know.
Technically, if heaven is outside of this firmament plane that we exist on, that it is in fact
Trying to keep my
timeless
mind open.
if it gets to that place where there's no temperature. And for all the haters and trolls that are going to come into the comments and try to make fun of people that are interested in this theory, or people who try to speculate on it and ask more questions, if you just come and say, oh, you're dumb, but then don't explain yourself, understand that you're the one that looks like you're dumb. Looks like you're just trying to be the bully that doesn't understand something. Like,
all right, if you believe this theory, let me know in the comments below. If you know anything about this, and if he's right or wrong, let me know in the comments below. I try to keep my mind open, interested in all this stuff, whether it be an Anunnaki or like the firmament or the dome, which is the firmament, or the ice wall, or any of that stuff. I kind of, you know, some of it kind of makes sense. Some of it's kind of outlandish. I don't know if any of his information is correct. Like, does O3 freeze and turn light blue? I don't know. Something I could look up. If you know, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything other that you would like me to look up into, let me know in the comments below as well, and we'll see you in the next one.